on Fox. Kyle Busch.
Whoa! That was big. Got loose off the corner. Had to get completely out of the gate. Oh, he's got right rear fire. Right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Ross Chastain hit him. Turns.
What if one tiny mistake could change the entire direction of a NASCAR season? What if a single loose wheel forced a team into a shocking replacement decision that no one expected? And what really happened at the Circuit of the Americas that left fans, analysts, and teams completely stunned? Stay with us.
And I just picked a spot on the wall, aimed right for it, and never questioned it.
Chastain did a video game move, but the car gets the wall wide open all the way around turn 3 and 4.
And parts flying, shit flying everywhere.
He went from 10th to 5th place. I have never seen anything like that before in my life. That is why Justin Marks hired that guy.
His crew chief, his team owner.
Because this isn't just a racing story. It's a moment that could redefine everything for Ross Chastain and his team. The NASCAR world doesn't slow down for anyone. Every race weekend brings new drama, new pressure, and sometimes unexpected consequences. This time, the spotlight is firmly on Ross Chastain. What started as a normal and competitive race weekend quickly turned into one of the most talked about moments of the season. A routine pit stop, something teams practice hundreds of times, suddenly became the center of controversy. Within moments, officials were reviewing footage, analysts were asking questions, and fans were left wondering what just happened. And soon after, a major decision was confirmed. The race at Circuit of the Americas, often called COTA, is unlike most tracks on the NASCAR calendar. It's not just about speed, it's about control, timing, and precision. The track features multiple sharp turns, elevation changes, and technical sections that test both drivers and crews. For drivers like Ross Chastain, this kind of track is both a challenge and an opportunity. Coming into the race, Chastain had momentum. His performances had been consistent, and his aggressive style made him a constant threat on track. The team looked prepared. The strategy was clear. The confidence was high. Everything pointed toward a strong result. But in NASCAR, things can change in seconds. As the race began, the energy was intense. Cars battled through the opening laps, each driver trying to gain position while avoiding mistakes. The tight corners of COTA forced everyone to stay sharp. Chastain showed early strength. He maintained a solid position, carefully navigating traffic while keeping pace with the front runners. Lap after lap, the race unfolded with strategy becoming more important. Tire wear, fuel management, and pit timing all started to play a role. And then came the crucial moment, the pit stop. Pit stops are where races can be won or lost. A perfect stop can gain valuable seconds. A mistake can cost much more. As Chastain entered pit road, everything seemed routine. But what happened next would change everything. The pit crew jumped into action the moment the car stopped. Tires were removed and replaced in seconds. Fueling was completed. The crew moved with speed and precision. But under that pressure, something went wrong. One of the wheels was not fully secured. It's a tiny detail, but in NASCAR, it's one of the most critical parts of a pit stop. As Chastain left the pit lane, there was no immediate sign of a problem. From a distance, everything looked normal. But soon, subtle signs began to appear. The wheel wasn't sitting perfectly. There was instability, something that shouldn't happen at high speeds. This wasn't just a performance issue, it was a safety concern. And that's when officials took notice. NASCAR has a strict rule when it comes to loose wheels. The reason is simple: safety. If a wheel comes off or is found to be improperly attached after a pit stop, it can create dangerous situations, not just for the driver, but for everyone around the track. Because of this, the penalty is severe. After reviewing the incident, NASCAR made its decision. 2 key members of the pit crew responsible for the tire change were suspended for 2 races. This rule is not new. It has been enforced consistently over the years to ensure that teams prioritize safety above everything else. But even though the rule is clear, the impact is always significant. As soon as the decision was announced, fans began reacting. Some supported NASCAR's call. They argued that rules are rules, and safety must always come first. Others felt the penalty was too harsh. They pointed out how fast pit stops happen and how easy it is for a small mistake to slip through. Many fans were simply shocked at how quickly the situation escalated from a minor issue to a major team setback. Racing analysts also joined the discussion. They highlighted how pit crew consistency plays a huge role in performance. Losing even one experienced crew member can disrupt the entire rhythm of a team, and in this case, 2 members were gone. For the team, the consequences were immediate. Replacing pit crew members is not as simple as it sounds. These crews train together for months. Every movement is timed. Every role is practiced until it becomes instinct. Bringing in replacements means adjusting that rhythm. Even if the replacements are skilled, they may not have the same chemistry with the rest of the crew. And in NASCAR, even a fraction of a second matters. The team now faces a new challenge. How do you maintain performance when your core crew has been disrupted? How do you stay competitive while adapting to sudden changes? These are the questions the team must answer in the coming races. Ross Chastain's journey in NASCAR has never been easy. He has built his career through persistence, hard work, and a refusal to give up. Known for his aggressive driving style, Chastain is a driver who pushes limits. That approach has earned him both fans and critics, but it has also made him one of the most exciting drivers to watch. Moments like this are not new to him. Challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles have been part of his path. But what sets him apart is how he responds. Instead of backing down, Chastain tends to push even harder, and now, with his team facing a setback, that determination will be tested once again. From a technical perspective, this incident highlights just how critical pit stops are in modern NASCAR. It's not just about speed, it's about accuracy. Each tire must be perfectly secured, each movement must be precise. There is no room for error. Teams operate under extreme pressure, often completing pit stops in just a few seconds. In that short window, multiple tasks happen simultaneously, and while the system is designed for efficiency, it also leaves very little margin for mistakes. This is why NASCAR enforces strict penalties, not to punish teams unnecessarily, but to ensure that safety standards remain high. Because at racing speeds, even a small issue can become a major problem. Looking ahead, the focus now shifts to how the team responds. The next 2 races will be critical. With replacement crew members stepping in, the team will need to adapt quickly. Performance may be affected, but strong teams find ways to adjust. For Ross Chastain, this is another chapter in a career defined by resilience. The pressure is higher, the expectations are stronger, and the spotlight is brighter than ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grab somebody, and it's going to come back the other way.
And tempers overflowed.
But sometimes moments like this bring out the best in competitors. In NASCAR, every second matters, every decision matters, and sometimes every small mistake matters more than anyone expects. What happened at the Circuit of the Americas wasn't just a pit stop issue. It was a reminder of how precise and demanding this sport truly is. The confirmed replacement, the suspensions, and the reactions have all added to a story that continues to unfold. Now, the question is simply, will this setback slow Ross Chastain down? Or will it push him and his team to come back even stronger? One thing is certain, the season is far from over, and this story is just getting started.